Hey everybody, and welcome back to episode 29 of our Valheim playthrough. In this one, I get like 3 things accomplished, but at the start here, I show you or I attempt to do the swamp in a different way, and it works out just fine. There's a mechanic in the game where if you put a crafting bench down and then put it so that monsters can't get to it, the area around the crafting bench will stop all spawning. So I use that mechanic to our advantage, and I'll let the episode show it itself. Later in the episode, I show you how I build a road and I redo my wife's kitchen. Anyways, hope you enjoy the episode. Like, subscribe, all that fun stuff, and thank you very much to all of our supporters.
But then we both always had building issues, didn't we?
I know I do. For some reason, I got to build. You know what I mean? I just got to do it. That's not bad, man.
Good, yeah. It's simple.
Well,
I was hoping a little higher. I wanted to be above the house, but I gave up.
That's a lot of rock. That's a lot of stone.
Yeah. It's too much rock. Like if we were digging up a copper mine, then I would do it. Then we'd have the rock. One thing about digging up copper, man, you get tons of rock. Oh, that's cool. Can't really get on top too easy though.
Sure you can. Now that I've put this cross bracing up top, it's easier.
Oh. Yeah, I was sliding down.
Oh, that's not bad. Cozy in here.
Yeah. I actually damaged a dwarf by hitting him with a tree.
Cool.
I didn't even see him. I just chopped down a tree and it fell on his head. And then I hit him once with the axe and he was dead.
Okay, portal's up.
Ooh.
I'm just taking some stuff back. I gotta fix all my stuff, and then we'll head into that swamp. I brought a bunch of the Ghibli gook back.
Bunch of what?
But just the stuff. Whatever.
Oh. Geez, they don't know what to do when I jump from my tower to the house.
Yeah, I would confuse him, for sure.
He ran in circles. So I shot him into the ground.
Okay, my stuff is fixed. Ready to rock, man. Uh-oh. Snumpy's been here.
Yeah, I don't want to summon Stumpy. I got attacked by Dwarger while I was chopping trees, though.
Yeah, same. I had to stop what I was doing. I bet you one of these is mine that I left up. Oh, are you just getting sightline?
Yeah. Yeah, well, maybe we need the wood. I don't know. Maybe not for here, but, you know. I will clear out a little bit. Because I can use the wood for building arrows if nothing else.
Well, you think we're good?
Alright.
Before we lose too much daylight here? Great, he jumped on my head.
Yeah, I was wondering, he seemed to be following you everywhere. Everywhere you went, there he was.
Yeah, he
On
jumped
your
right on
head.
my head. I couldn't get rid of him. I tried jumping. He jumped like right on my head. That's a bad place for him to
Best
be.
head he ever had. Just saying.
Yeah, sun's sinking, so we're coming to the end of the day. Oh, we got our door? Cool.
Yeah, man, as well.
So bedtime or what? And I don't think this one's going to stop them only because they can walk right around it, dude. The other one they couldn't. They had to jump in the water, and they don't want to jump in the water.
Yeah, we could dig out some water.
Yeah, we could dig out on either side of it, yeah.
I'm just playing, experimenting.
So we did end up digging out on either side of it. In playing this, especially in the swamp, we noticed that a little bit of prep work adds huge to our ability to run, get out, fight mobs. Our doorway was one. The other one is making trails. I try to make the trails before we get into trouble and before we actually start encountering our spawns. Watching the horizon for spawn sites. The swamp and other biomes will generate monsters every X. I don't know the actual timing. I think it's 2.5 or 3 minutes. There's a random spawn. So I try to make trails in the swamp before. And then on top of that, right in this playthrough right here, I came up with a concept of leaving benches behind. A crafting bench will stop spawns.
Building a tree tower or what?
Yeah, okay, so if my memory serves, and I should look this up.
Oh, neat.
Possibly they can't get to them. I might not have put them up high enough. They stop spawning.
Oh, really?
I really should look that up.
That'll be a wraith tower, I think. No, I see a door.
Nice. Oh yeah, we got to spawn inside. I'm getting like 0.2 damage, 0.3 damage. I got him.
Should we put a thing in there?
Yeah, I'm gonna put one on top, actually. Got one over here.
And 34.8 to the head. You do extra damage in stealth, eh?
Okay, it's empty up this way. You gonna go forward? You gonna go right? What do you figure? I like right. Okay, I'm gonna step outside real quick, make a storage up on top of the roof.
Okay.
Okay, watch yourself. There's a glitched archer. When we get in here, we're going to have to take out the dirt pile. I'm at 40 hit points, so I'm just hiding right now. But there's a, not dirt pile, you know what I mean? Like there's a spawner on the other side of me here.
Yeah.
But there's also a fucking archer glitched shooting through the muddy scrap pile on the other side of this.
Should we go around maybe?
He ain't glitched no more. He's here. Okay, I think I got him. Nope. Just go through the next muddy scrap pile. Yeah, see, I'll stand here. Yeah. See him?
Yeah.
Okay, I got him. Okay, that was rough.
Yeah.
It sucked. Okay, so the right's done. I'm up to 37 and I'm overweight.
Yeah. I'm at 442, so good enough.
So it looks like I got to leave some behind. I'm at 542, dude.
Oh, wow. I'm at 442, so not like I can take much.
Same, 442 now. Well, we got us a nice trail to get here, so no big deal, right?
Yeah, I got lost again, though. Turnip seeds?
Yeah, grab them. We got one from the last, whatchamacallit we were in. Well, you got a blob thingy.
Oh. Oh, that's not a blob, that's an ooze, dude.
as I take my poison, my anti-poison, I'm okay. And then, of course, a healing pot afterwards.
Satyrs face the same fate we did last time. Death and mass respawn. It's not fun.
Well, like I said, I think something tells me that, you know what, I'm going to look it up when we get back. But my little tree house, it might be working.
Now you know why the fire's here, right?
Oh, to guide you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was thinking of putting torches up in my tree house.
Oh yeah, that'd be a good
Mark
idea.
the trail.
You gonna head back?
We got to get out of the frickin' water first. Oh, you mean head back to our base?
Oh, we got quite a bit of iron.
I had to leave most of mine behind.
I've got 35.
Yeah, and I left close to teens back there.
Oh,
I'd rather not leave it there.
Go back and... I might as well take this stuff through then.
Yeah, generic stuff, take it back.
Otherwise it just takes up room in our thing. We should have drop boxes by the portal.
They're actually in the middle of the storage area. They're two ironclad boxes.
Oh, okay, that's what those are for.
Yep. Well, that way they're in the middle of the storage area, and it's, you know what I mean? Nice, easy place to deal with them.
Oh, it takes a lot of time to sort while you're adventuring.
Well, I'd rather adventure than sort. You know what I mean? I'd
Right,
rather,
you'd rather-
yeah.
That's what I'm saying. We can sort once we're done adventuring. Take your time.
Absolutely. So I can confirm, I went through and looked it up afterwards. Crafting benches will stop monsters from spawning within their range. That circular dotted, broken dotted line around there. But now this does not stop monsters from spawning outside there, and it doesn't stop them from coming in and destroying your benches. So, put them up. Raise them up. Put them up high. I'm guessing you're inside.
Yeah. Work to do.
No doubt. I got torches up all the way back.
Nice.
Are we actually done it? Because didn't we do the right?
So. Thought there was more, but where did you leave that other stuff?
On the roof. I can probably carry it now.
I think that's it, dude.
Okay, cool. We're done it. Ooh,
Abomination.
yeah, you bet. Dealt with the blob.
Another broad, I think.
I got a Durgar in the background here. Definitely want the roots. I don't care about wood.
So you're saying your wife wants the roots because she gives you enough wood? What?
I have enough wood. She wants my root.
Oh, that's...
What, is he like running scared here or something?
I don't know.
He just took off. Oh no.
Maybe your root was too big for
Okay,
her.
I still got a poison potion. We got a slime. Now is the time to take that on. Heading back. Might as well.
If you got enough.
I think I do now. I mean, as long as we can put some in the hold of the ship, you know what I mean? Get something going here.
I hear you. That one's definitely done, so. Running through the swamp in the dark sucks. This is much better.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to do the treehouse idea more and more.
Yeah.
And I mean, usually we're in a dark forest, black forest, anyways. So there's lots of resin, lots of wood. That's, you know, I mean, none of that's really hard to get. Okay, I'm going to take all the rest of this back in a quick trip, and then I'll be back. We'll grab the metal and get out of here.
All right. I got 37 metal. I'm sitting in the boat.
Cool, cool. We got 2 skellies running around out there, eh?
Well, they're not bothering me, so.
I think I weighed the boat down. I was like 700 pounds, dude.
Oh, wow.
Okay, time to get out of Dodge, eh? See if I can get out of this little bay easily. We came through the little river kind of deal to our left and bottom there. I
Yeah.
figure I'll go out the easy way. Sail off into the setting sun.
Yep, yep. It's a fine red.
That was a good haul.
Red
I like
sky
it.
at night, sailor's delight. Red sky in the morning, sailor's warning.
Somehow I don't think that applies in Icarus. I could be wrong on that, but I don't think it applies.
Probably not.
But good haul, man. I'm glad we went
Yeah,
back
we
the
went-
second time.
Yeah,
Because I didn't want to leave that stuff in that chest for very long. And we weren't that far from finishing it anyway. 47, and I got 20 tin.
Yeah, I mined the tin just for the hell of it.
Yeah, well, it's there. Did you grab that radish seed?
Yeah, it's in the drop box.
Very cool. I'm going to plant it. That means we got 2, dude. You don't get very many radishes.
There was 3 seeds.
Sweet. That's what I want to hear. They drop in the swamp, dude. That's the only place they drop. Cool.
All right. I think I'm done.
Yeah, we're just going for a barbecue, and it's Anthony, Tony,
Oh, okay.
and his wife. He's now a dad, by the way. So after he took off, I decided to do a bit of building. I put in torch brackets into the main hall here. It was needed. Then I redid my wife's kitchen. I attempted to go 2 different ways on this. I tried to go with a central pillar that would be just inside the large fire pit. It didn't quite work, and I struggled back and forth trying to figure out how to get basically stone tiles around it. So after bobbing around a bit and trying back and forth and this way and that way, I eventually opted for some free placement, as it were. And once again, I attempted back and forth a couple of times to try and get this all centered, and I stopped and I started. It is what it is, right? But I eventually figured out basically how I wanted it to look, and so went with a central, and then built all the way around it. I wanted the pillar in the center because I knew, I had just gotten the spice rack from the turnips. And so with the spice rack, you have to hang that near the kitchen. Well, at this point, I haven't buried anything. In my previous playthrough, one practice that I had started on some of the new bases, not the original one, but some of the new bases, was to bury everything underneath. Meaning that you take all of the benches that are able to, and you bury them underneath. It saves you floor space. It saves real estate within your build. If you have a small build, if you have a small house. After doing some adjusting to make sure that the fire pit would show through and not any of the floor pieces, this is kind of what it ended up with. And then surrounded it in wood. Just because you got to make it look good, right? You don't really need the stone. It's not like the fire pit was going to light anything on fire, but it just makes it look, I don't know. This is for aesthetics. Then I found out that the central fire did not light with a stone pillar. So I had to go with reinforced metal or iron reinforced wood, which doesn't make sense that it works in a fireplace, but I didn't really care because I really wanted to be able to hang the spice rack right there. You could probably bury it like any other tool add-on or a bench add-on, but I wanted it to be hung there. And the reason I'm putting this other piece in is because I want to hang the pots there. I don't know whether I'm going to show it in a later build, but I end up burying the pots. They don't work. They don't hang well from that, and they don't hang from the ceiling, and I just could not find a place to hang them, so I ended up burying the whole thing. I'll probably show me burying this stuff because it's very simple. You just dig a hole and you bury it, and that's it. So I'd like to give a small shout out while I'm overdubbing this to my wife and friends that have come and joined me during Valheims in the past. After finishing the kitchen, I get a little bit of cooking done. There's a lot of behind the scenes stuff that goes on in anybody's game, whether it be hosted on a public server or like this on a private server where there's nobody else around. But yeah, there's a whole lot of stuff that basically needs to be farmed and done without too many people being there and whatnot. But I come out here and I found one of our boars from the boar farm sitting up on top of the rock. And so I proceed to put him back in place. And then I'm going to build a handrail. Basically, it's the makings of the handrail, but I'm going to build a handrail around this. I can't have boars running around, so after this, I even go one step further and I put fencing in on top of this procedure. Afterwards, it's preventative mostly, but if you get enough boars in here, which my plan was to do an actual AFK boar farm. I'm doing some investigation at this point in time as to how I'm going to build it and what's going to happen. But this was just step one. Get a handrail around, or get a blocker around. And then, like anyone else, you got to go do some farming. Plain and simple. It is what it is. I'm not going to show a lot of this just because who wants to see me chop trees? But it does happen. Even though, we're all finished. Then I proceed to build a road. So when I go to build a road, my concept is get as flat as possible, clear everything off the sides, pretty straightforward stuff, right? Get your benches in place, and I bring a cart with me after I have farmed a bunch of stone, farmed a little bit of wood. You'll see me use a procedure where I go almost straight down from where I'm at and my point of view. Now, my point here is that once I have flattened it out, I don't want to be angled. I want to be right on top of myself. And when I'm flattening it out, even from fresh, you'll notice that I do the same thing. I'll go right above myself. I find I get flatter roads. You can still build at an angle. You can see the road is slowly rising, and it does work. If you go too far ahead of yourself, then you're dragging the road up or down. It's going to be really bumpy. I'm not saying that every single road I ever make is nice and clean and bump free, but you'll notice in this that once I'm finished prepping the road, before I go put the cobblestone in, I get it fairly flat, and I think it's this system or whatever, this procedure or whatever, where I'm right above myself and I'm pointed down, and I find that it works just fine. It gets rid of a lot of the heavy bumps, and then once you now of course you still have to be right above yourself when you put in the cobblestone, otherwise it is a flattening tool as well, the cobblestone. When I got here, I noticed that the angle was too far down into that ravine, and so I built the road up. Didn't take much, I'd been farming a bunch of stone and whatnot because I knew I would need it. Flattening it out afterwards is a fairly simple procedure. There are times when I use an angled approach when I want the road to come down, or I want the road to go up, or I want it to be at a different angle. Then after flattening, I proceed to put stone on either side. This wasn't a bridge. This was just a way through a ravine. I could have dug it out and I could have made it look like a small creek, in which case I still would have put in the stone. I would have put in arches. I would have done it differently. But I opted for just a couple of logs on either side as a rail. It almost looks like an oil field bridge. If anybody's ever been in the northern oil field and going across creeks and rivers, this is basically what you get. So that was the basic design that I was going for here. I used a log on the outside to be able to bury a log within the stone. And so that after I was done, it would look kind of like a handrail, kind of like a guardrail. It was kind of what I was going for. Guardrail on the side of a highway. It kind of the look I was going for anyways. But neither here nor there. This is what it turned out to be, nice and flat. If you dig underneath it, you won't get this nice cobblestone all the way across because you'll have to dig the earth out. You'll have to make it floor panels, like the stone floors. So that's why I opted that way. I know I didn't show it until now. So, I mean, I do take the cultivator and I do redo the grass and I do make it look like it's, natural or as much as I can. The whole time I was running back and forth, sleeping and whatnot, I was also gardening and building up our turnips. I started at 3 and I ended up here. I smelted it all up, made myself a bow and a sword.
Oh, wow.
And there's still 30, 60, almost 90 in the box.
Oh, nice. I should
If you
upgrade
want
my bow, I think.
What?
Maybe I'll upgrade my bow.
Well, that's what I'm thinking. Upgrade yourself. And I don't know whether I want to go take on the boss without Wendy.
No. We'll do it together. But the next time we're all together, we'll do it.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I bobbed around the frozen zone for a bit. In that one area.
So what do we need to keep warm? I don't remember.
Well, we need the wolf cloak.
Okay, just the cloak though, right?
I think so.
Yeah, that's what I remember too.
There used to be a wolf cloak, wasn't there?
Yeah, it definitely was.
Okay, we must be missing an ingredient.
Do we have fine wood?
Should, yeah, absolutely. Fine wood box. The west side of the storage.
Yeah, there's lots.
That stuff I've been trying to farm. I've been doing a lot of it off, like I haven't recorded it all. I don't think anyone wants to see me sit and farm rock and
yeah, that's something you can get behind on if you're not paying attention.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Well, place is built. The road's in most of the way to the copper mines. I was thinking of making bronze arrows.
Oh right, I forgot about the road.
Yeah. So I cut the trees back a ways. That seems to be a good distance. You know what I mean, for the trees to be at. That way they don't fall on the fort.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
That's all good, man. And then you get when the trolls do come to attack, you get mixed up in the trees trying to fight them.
Yeah, true.
But I mean, for a basic, this is basic. When I get into advanced materials, I'll get into an advanced house. If you want to check out the road, we can go. Do a quick little tour of it. But
yeah, we can grab some bronze even. That's fine. They eat some basic food.
Okay.
And since I'm using the good food.
Well, I'm gonna bring my cart then.
Oh, it's 8:30. I got to give my kitty cats their meds, and then we'll get at it.
Okay, I'll be down that road. I'm gonna end the episode here. It's getting close enough. Me and Samuel go off copper mining. And in the next episode, I'll show you how we copper mine. We're way ahead of it. We didn't absolutely need to go copper, but we're going to go do it anyways. But as you notice, the end result of the road, it's not perfect by any means. This little bit off the right there, I mean, there's a lot of things I see on it that I could fix. But really, it's flat. It's easy to travel down. You don't have to run. You can actually walk pretty much the whole distance. There isn't any huge hills that I couldn't make it up with. There's a big cart full of stone here. Always take 2 pieces of iron ore with you, or not ore, but iron ingots with you. That way you can make your stonemason's bench. Because you need the stonemason's bench to make the cobblestone path. Have lots and lots of rock. There's a lot of times you can leave features on the side, wood, logs, makes it look more natural. It gives it a little more of a little less industrial and a little more natural, I guess. I don't know. Industrial is probably the wrong word. One of these days, I'll build a bridge. I'll build an actual bridge, just because you can get a lot of really neat looking bridges in this game. Lots of functionality in this game for building bridges and making them look cool. But hey, I hope you enjoyed the episode. If you do, if you like the series, like, subscribe. Thank you very much. Leave comments, good or bad. We don't care. Just, let us know. Other than that, you have yourselves a good evening.